Well, let's get back. Hello, my brothers and sisters. Barbara and I send our greetings to you on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. And so does Max. He misses you all so terribly. But it's been hot and sunny down here. I understand that he's had a lot of rain. We'd take some of that in the chilliness. But it's been beautiful. And we just wanted to say how much we miss you so very much. But you know, Max here has shown that even down here, he has a lot of energy. He's got a lot of energy. Now we know, of course, he can lay quietly when we're flying in an airplane or driving in the car or even sitting here like this, you know, right now, or even at church. And you've seen him so many times sitting, you know, so quietly at church. But he's still a pup, and he has a lot of spirit, a lot of spirit. You should see him at the dog park, which isn't too far from here. Oh, I gotta tell you, he runs like lightning. He's faster than many of the other dogs in the dog park. But then we've come to find out that those other dogs are a little older, not quite as young as what Max is. Barbara and I, having Bijans now for almost a quarter of a century, we remember when they were all younger, and pups, and they had that type of physical energy. But as we know, sometimes time takes its toll. Not only for dogs, but for us as well. You know, as time passes, we inevitably begin to experience more pains, more physical aches. And you know, that's only natural. It's only natural. We deal with it the best that we can, however, don't we? We go to bed earlier, we exercise more prudently, we take different types of vitamins, eat vegetables, and we don't climb ladders anymore. Well, you know, that's all good for the body. That's all good for the body. But what about our spirit? What about our spirit? You know, an aged spirit is a broken spirit, and a broken spirit is an aged spirit, no matter what the age of the physical body may be. Disappointments can leave us feeling old in spirit at any age. I want to read a couple of verses from Ecclesiastes, chapter 1. Chapter 1, verse 1 starts this way. Meaningless, meaningless, says the teacher. Utterly meaningless. Everything is meaningless. What do people gain from all their labors at which they toil under the sun? Generations come and generations go, but the earth remains forever. This is Solomon writing this to us now. And now listen to what he writes in that same chapter, towards the end of the chapter. I, Solomon, applied my mind to study and to explore by wisdom all that is done under the heavens. What a heavy burden God has laid on mankind. I have seen all the things that are done under the sun. All of them are meaningless, a chasing after the wind. What is crooked cannot be straightened, and what is lacking cannot be counted. Wow. You know, here we have a disheartened Solomon, bemoaning how meaningless his existence has become. The king who has who's unsurpassed in wisdom, has now tragically allowed worldly ideas, worldly pressures, and his pursuits to distort his priorities. Are we sometimes like that as well? And as a result, his life has become dissatisfied. Charles Stanley once wrote, "What Solomon didn't realize is that our focus determines our level of satisfaction. Those who stay young in spirit Continually look for the evidence of the Almighty, ways that He is working, the ways that He is providing, the ways that He is loving, the way He is guiding. And without this perspective, the pain and problems of life take center stage. And that can lead to discouragement, sadness, anxiety, and grumbling. You see, these are burdens. These are burdens that you and I, as believers, are not meant to bear alone. Jesus invites us through Matthew 11, the weary and the heavy laden, to come to Him and find rest. You know the passage. Not just the weary in a physical way, and Max hasn't experienced that in a physical way, and he'll probably never experience it in the spiritual way. But we experience it in the spiritual way. Jesus is the solution. Yes, He is, Max. He's the solution for everything that weighs us down. But you know what? Here's the question, and I've posed it so many times. We must first let Him, invite Him to carry that burden for us. Whatever we're hauling around, that this aging in our body and our soul and our spirit, we are called to give it to our Jesus. As it says in 1 Peter chapter 5, humble yourselves therefore under God's mighty hand, that He may lift you up in due time. Cast all your anxiety on Him, because He cares for you. Max knows that when I lift him up, I care for him. Yeah, there could be a time and will be a time that his body ages as our bodies age. But our spiritual age is something that we deal with each and every day, no matter what our physical age is. And when we cast our burdens to the Lord, we find peace. God bless you, and I'll see you very soon.